Welcome to episode 5 of 2024's version. Did I put 2024? I've got a funny feeling I wrote 2023. Anyway, it's I'm still in the habit of 2023, but anyway, we'll get there. By about April or May, I should be firmly into 2024 mode. Welcome, guys. Hi, Mike. Hi, Bob. And hi to anybody else out there as well. So welcome again to ChatTactic. We're going to be looking at the Next Fest, the Steam Next Fest. I don't know if I like it, the Next Fest stuff, to be honest. It's one of these times when a lot of developers actually send you a lot of keys like to their games, and I tend to look at games and sort of think, okay, is that going to be one that I'm wanting to cover? Like I got one today, for example, which on the surface looked like it was going to be a fun game to actually cover, but then when I found out that there was no procedural content at all, it was like, no, I won't do it. But quite often at this time, unfortunately, a lot of developers don't tell you that it's only a demo that they're giving you the key for, and so I don't like loading in massive demos and then finding that it's not really a game that I'm passionate about. Now, I have loaded in 2 demos, which I will actually talk about. I haven't played any more than that one. Hi, Mad Dad Plays and Flackhawk and CB. So we've got from Ireland, from Arizona, from all over the place. And hi, David. How you going? Now, David is from Microprose. I do want to actually talk. I did get an actual key from David the other day for the B17 game, which I have put there, the B17 Flying Fortress. But I haven't. I missed the email, and so there was a follow up. So I do want to talk about that as well. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff coming with Next Fest. I guess we'll sort of start there. We'll also talk a little bit about the coming DLC for Age of Wonders 4, which we now know more information about. What else is there to talk about? I feel like there's a lot of games coming up this coming week as well, like that are going to be released, which will be interesting to see. Hi, Silvercole. Right, let's start off with Next Fest and at least get that one out of the way. The games that I have played, which I'm sort of interested in, I've only downloaded 2 of them actually. The Orc War Chief Strategy City Builder demo. They did send it to me, and this is one of these ones that was sent to me and they did say it was just a demo. But this one is available. This was an interesting one to play, particularly because Manor Lords is coming out later this year. This one is I'm almost tempted to just start it up and show you. So there we go. So Elder Gamer Girl is saying that Hoot finally made a live stream. There we go. Welcome. And so with this one through here, I might just start it up because it's one of these games where it's really sort of strange. It's been in development for an awfully long time. Actually, there's more content loading in. Damn it! I should have checked that in before I started. Hopefully, it won't take too long. I bet you it's massive. It's probably some massive content. I'll just have a quick look and see what's it going to be doing. How big is this? 4 gigabytes. Forget that. We're not going to be doing that one. All right, so I won't show that one. But that was an interesting one, but not very well polished. The other one that I did download, which I've thoroughly enjoyed, is Headquarters World War II. This is a game that's coming out as well later on in the year. I'm not sure how many months away that is before it does release. But that was really quite a polished gameplay. Very simple war game, like the way it actually does play. I did a video on it actually, and it's not going to be for everyone because it's not realistic. Also Broken Arrow as well. Like at the moment there's a Broken Arrow play test. This has absolutely exploded actually, by the way, Broken Arrow. So this is incredible, this game, but the play test, I might start that one up. I don't think we've got to do anything different there. I've got AMD drivers, and it wasn't playing well with the AMD. I was supposed to be part of a special live stream, but that's right when I had the flu. So I was going to be sort of just part of a streamers versus devs playthrough, but I didn't actually manage to make it to that one. I just got the flu literally the day before that was all going to happen. So and then I just couldn't function on the day. But this is such a beautiful game. And unfortunately with this particular version, this is literally just, they're testing the servers, they're testing everything. So there's no single player mode in this demo, but if you think you might like this game, then I would strongly suggest that you actually try this one. This is one that I would highly recommend having a look at if you're into sort of like the armor style games. I guess would be another way of sort of thinking about this one. You can't really. I mean, maybe armor's a bit different because you are sort of really just controlling like individual characters and things as well, which you don't do in this game. I'll just let it load in. But this is quite a interesting take on the, actually there we go, press any key. It's such a beautiful game. It's just done so well. Actually, there is the play the demo mission. Okay, they had this one turned off. They must have just opened this one up for Next Fest, which is great because this one does allow you then to get used to the game. And so with the demo mission, if you just go back into here, I will just sort of show it very, very briefly. They keep on turning that on and off as they're testing different things, but over the last couple of weeks it's all just been about the play testing the actual servers and seeing if they work, and they certainly have had problems because it's been so popular. This is going to be one of the killer games of 2024 when they do release it. But it's so we'll talk about Broken Arrow because it really is it's an exceptional game. The way it does work. There's things in it I don't love, or even don't like. So I will talk about those as well. So for me, this isn't the ideal game. I much prefer combat mission style games where there's like a turn-based type system. This is certainly a real-time system there. Hi Gary, how you going? Sort of funny actually seeing the different names coming in because I've been live streaming Dwarf Fortress a little bit. It's been like Gary's got a character in there. The headmaster Gary Oak is an important member of the team in Dwarf Fortress at the moment.
The Russian Baltic fleet is currently resupplying in the harbor of Kaliningrad and will soon be ready to take.
I don't know if we can skip past all this. Yeah. No, it's still a problem. It's not terrible.
My ships cannot approach as long as the coastal battery located in this fort is operational. The anti-air missiles are located on the other side of the canal. A Russian missile battery generally consists of 6 vehicles. 2 of them have been located on the beach, but the others must be hiding in the nearby city.
See the anti-aliasing on the buildings sort of is a bit funny. It's not as bad as what it was.
And reports the presence of a tank company defending the area. I hope you brought some dedicated anti-tank units with you. If not, use smoke in buildings to your advantage.
Yeah, no, it's still a problem. There we go. So so unfortunately, see how I don't know if you guys can see it there, but it's very it's okay when I scroll. And then all of a sudden, it's then going to go crazy here. So yeah, unfortunately, AMD cards aren't working very well with this at this stage. So at least I can give feedback about that back to the devs again because it's a problem for AMD cards. Like it's fine, and then it just comes back up with these with the caustics. I think it's the caustics in the 3D that's it's not sort of working. But this is a pretty amazing game. What it does do is it's got incredible detail. When you do get down nice and low, you sort of get like an amazing detail on the actual models themselves. So things look beautiful with this. But you don't play in this mode. You play in the over mode where you're really just looking at these icons. So unfortunately, a lot of and this is one of the things I actually don't like about the game is that you don't get a chance to really get immersed in the graphics, in the detail. But what's interesting about the game, and I won't play it as such, but you end up with a card system where over time you end up with these points. And so when we go back into here, you can design your own card pack with how you want things to then sort of go and work. So if we go back into here, here's a recon force using like LAVs, for example.
The reinforcements you have demanded are gathering over time.
So
Don't forget to call them on the battlefield.
So we need to actually call them. Once we've got them selected, we basically just say, okay, look, let's throw that one into there. And so that LAV will then sort of move across in that position there. We've got the this is that one there. I don't know if we can do much with this one. If we go and grab those, for example, and just go and add more of those, so we can sort of start to get more forces. Here comes the LAVs, and so you're using the points that you have up through here to then sort of designate what's going to happen. But graphically it looks beautiful, but you can't play it down in this sort of mode. So if I just move this one across, you can sort of have it so that it's looking down through the areas. I'll drive this one through. We'll blow this one up. We should see something come along here fairly soon. But it's a beautiful looking game. Unless you've got an AMD card and then you get this caustics. It's spotting stuff, but it's not fast enough for it to react. And we're attracting attention. There we go. Isn't it awesome? Because it's not designed to be played in that sort of mode, you end up with the infantry is a bit clunky. That's another thing I don't love about it. Like compared to, so if I sort of move them down and then we zoom in and just have a look at them in combat mission, they go in through the front door. These guys just bang straight in, and so they now occupy that particular building. But it's a beautiful looking game. Like it really is amazing. I don't know if at the end of it, if you can do anything. Because of the caustics, I just can't play it. So yeah, at least I can sort of see that there is still a bit of a problem there. I'm guessing you guys see the caustic problem in through that side. Anyway, let's just quit out of that one. But that's certainly one worth having a look at. It's a big download for that one. Actually, that's display. Yeah, that's all. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything else in here that I can really do. Now, there's the caustics there. I wonder if I go. I'm assuming it's caustics. If I turn the caustics off, it's mainly going to be water. No, it's not caustics. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to experiment with that one. At least you can pause it here as well, like with when you are in single player mode. So it's. I think this game will have a lot to give for people. Do you really want to return to the hangar? Yes, return. But that's a That's a big download though. That one through there. Okay, so Christopher is saying, so for Warhammer fans, on the 15th of February, the Tau DLC, yes, for Battle Sector will be published. Yes, that's actually coming. So that's a week and a bit away. So we'll talk about that next week, maybe, because I should have an early access version of that one. Brian's in saying, have you looked at Moonbreaker? We looked at that a while back, but not today. Jemison saying, hello, fellow followers of the DAS. Thanks, Jemison. And Brian's then sort of saying, Steam compares Moonbreaker to Age of Wonders. Oh, really? Okay, we'll have to have a look at that one then. And Istar is saying, reminds me of World in Conquest. There's a few games actually, like Warno and stuff like that as well, which is quite similar to. Now, this is messages back and through here, how to play. There's some good stuff in here. Also, if you do want to be playing, this one is designed to be done as a multiplayer. You can see that we don't have boot camp, so we can't do any of these single player type things. But the multiplayer battles are here, and there has been some problems earlier when they were testing it out with getting the actual game lobbies to work. But I think that's all behind them now. They've been focusing very heavily on that one. So anyway, that's where they are. It's essentially what they're testing at the moment is 5 versus 5 games, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's just quit out of that one. So that is Battle Sector. Broken Arrow, not Battle Sector. So Broken Arrow back in through there. I will show you Headquarters, and then we'll have a look at. If I forget to look at Moonbreaker, please remind me again. Just going to Headquarters World War II. This is very, very different to what we sort of see there with the other game. Now, also, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there's been more combat mission things coming out as well. So Chris is in saying, hi Daz, I'm currently playing ISG, which I'm enjoying. They have improved the graphics and explosions look more realistic. Yeah, ISG is one of those exceptional sort of Master of Orion 2 next gen type games, which is I've got to play more of that one. Dapper Fox is saying, oh, the Tau DLC might be enough for me to finally buy Battle Sector. Battle Sector is improving all the time, by the way. So this is funny, actually. When you do go and play the campaign with this, it does play like the... I don't know if I've got it loud enough. I'm gonna up the... I'm gonna up this so you guys can hear the German voices. You only have now... Just so you're aware, when you're playing the game, you only have one mission, which is the Germany and the Allied invasion. You don't get anything else that you can play at this stage. So it's enough to get a feel for the game, but again, you may not want to be downloading such a big game just for it's not that big actually, but it's a few gigabytes. But you may not be wanting to do that one just for trying to play a single mission. The mission lasts maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. If you're slow like me. If we go and launch it, here we go. I'm going to let you guys listen to the briefing. Now, this is supposed to be a German officer. Just click on OK. This is difficulty settings. This is loading in. Now, this won't be for everyone, I've got to say. It's going to be too simplistic for a lot of you in terms of what it does do, but it's very much like a tabletop.
Captain Colt's here. You'll be following me into a counterattack today. The Tommies have breached the Atlantic Wall and pushed through the beach defenses, forcing our men back past this village. Our enemies cannot be allowed to remain in Normandy, much less that village. We will drive back the Tommies by recapturing these key points. It has already been a day of unacceptable losses for the fatherland. We must make sure the tide turns here.
It sounds like Drexy from Explorminate, but it's not even. There's not even a slight attempt to put on a German accent, even slightly. I'm sort of disappointed. I thought they would have at least done something like that, but it's. Graphically, the game looks really, really cool. I won't spend too much time because I did do a video on this one through here. But it does look very, very nice graphically. But it's literally a tile-based game. Like if we go and turn the grid on, you can see there it's just tiles, just squares. And so the actual map making looks to be extremely simple. The way it sort of does work. Everything is in the tiles. The way it sort of does work. So the buildings are just like two tiles together. And put into blocks. The again, I like this, but it's going to be too simple for a lot of people, I think. But it's, as I say, it sort of almost plays like with tabletop style mechanics. Like if we go and grab this tank, for example, we then sort of move up. Now, if we move next to one of these yellow forces, they then become a group that we can then sort of go and deal with. So I can go and move that one across.
I want our men from the beach to get back in the fight too. Stranded and scattered across the village and need our help as much as we need theirs.
Now, it doesn't have the same sort of realism factor of Broken Arrow, of course, but it certainly looks nice for what it is. Like, if this was just tokens on a top-down view, a little bit more like, for example, Valor and Victory, or one of the other sort of almost like wargamey type games, this would be perfectly functional in that regard as well. It sort of plays that in that style. If you can get height, you then get advantage. Each of the actual units, it's not the presentation. I guess in one sense makes it look like it's more detailed than what it is. Like the actual units themselves, there is detail, but it's more of tabletop type detail. So if we go and have a look at the actual unit itself, and have a look at this Panzer III. You can sort of see through there that you've got like different armor ratings. So we've got hard defense, like back, front, and side armor is all 30. So this one actually does defend equally all the way around. But the top is actually only got 10, which means that if you have a height advantage, you then get more. You can do more damage against the tanks. But if you're down at the same level or below them, you're mainly going to be sort of fighting against these sort of higher defensive areas. But it's very nicely presented the way it does work. So I think this will be almost like an entry-level style war game. And I do like entry-level games, I've got to say. So for me, I really like this, but I know it's not going to be for everyone if we just sort of keep on running across. So as these become exposed, we then get to be able to move them. So they'll just sort of move along the actual place. But it's, as I say, it's the voiceover is funny. I'll just go back and get rid of that. Bring that one back down again, just so we don't have the sound. But the, whoops, back in here again, and there we are. So anyway, that's certainly one that you can download, have a bit of a look and see if you like it. I know that there's enough gameplay in here to be able to figure out whether you want to play the game or not. Like it certainly does have a lot that you can then go and do with this one. So it's yeah. So in this sense, I'll just move that one down into this position. I think this then triggers an attack. But you can see there the modelling it's not super detailed. Actually, if we just go and press Q, we can sort of rotate this one around. Like the models are fairly sort of basic in what they actually then go and get to do. So this one is, there's a lot of games out with these very, very pure tabletop mechanics. But anyway, that's another one for Next Fest that has just come out. So anyway, I won't sort of throw any much more of this one, but it's literally every turn that you play, you've got like two different types of firing. Like there's, for example, there's a group over through here. We don't know what they are. It's an unknown unit, but our unit's backing through this other side. If we just go back across, typically what you have is you've got like just in the interface, you've got like these two little exclamation marks or two little sort of bullet counters. These are the actions that we end up having. We've got two. We can fire twice in this round, and so if we have a bit of a look at that one and go back into the Panzer III, we'll see that we've got like for normal attacking. So we've got two attacks, but we actually have reactions, which is quite interesting in the way that the game mechanics actually then go and work. And so this one has got 3 reaction fires back and through this other side. So that's certainly in there. I think that if you like this style of game. This, as I say, this is very, very tabletop. The tiling system also, if we just go back out and retire, and we just go back out to the main menu, one thing I'm excited by, and I don't know how this is going to work, but I believe that there is supposed to be, in skirmish mode, random maps, I think will be coming to the game, and that for me will probably be where I play most of the game. I think will be in the skirmish mode. So that will be something of interest. I do love random maps, as you all know probably. Sizzle's saying squares. Yeah, nah. Squares seem to make squares seem to make sense for this. They sort of do. It's sort of one of those things. I'd still prefer hexes. I mean, if we have a look at a similar game actually, which is another game that I have got to make another video on. If we just go back out, I don't know if this is part of Next Fest actually. I sort of it's only just come out, but Second Front, I was playing with this bit yesterday. This is also this is a beautiful game. God, this is good. I love this game. Actually, I love the idea of this game. This one really needs random maps as well. This is because it doesn't actually it's got slight procedural generation in the placement of the units. So this is now actually, I did mean to sort of cover this a bit more thoroughly. It's just that it's a bit more complex. It's probably another level above what Headquarters is. Headquarters is very intuitive, whereas Second Front has got some mechanics in this that make it a little bit more tricky. But this is very tabletop in its approach. So if you just go and play, there's a lot you can do through here. Like you can edit the maps and stuff like this. But I would love to see random maps in this game. God, it would be good. Because it's just curated maps at this point in time. So you can actually unlock all, which I like that they've put that in there, for anyone who does want to sort of unlock everything in through this other side. But the game has got, like you really do need to go and do the tutorials. Like that's critically important to be able to, like you've got the tutorials for infantry and the tutorials for tank forces, because the mechanics are so different and unique the way it does work. It doesn't play like most games will actually have a certain number of forces in the actual game itself. And so, like for example, like you'll sort of see, in fact, if you just go back in, the tutorials are really worth doing. I've got to say in this, the tutorials are like little mini scenarios anyway, and they do really illustrate all the mechanics. And I sort of, you almost, one of the troubles with this game is you sort of almost need to do that every time you play the game if you forget sort of how the mechanics work. Let's just start playing the Gazala skirmish, which is low difficulty but still going to be difficult. This has now got the Commonwealth Forces, which is now, this was going to be a paid DLC, but it's now just free for the actual base game. So if you do actually have, if you do have Second Front, then you can actually just go and grab this one anyway. And so we'll just go back through. So I think we're playing as the Germans again. Actually, maybe we're playing as the British. Gazala. Yeah, playing as the British here. The Commonwealth Forces. So we've sort of now got these. So the idea is to assault these. Very important in this game that you actually know who's doing what. This is much more strategic than Headquarters is, in the sense of trying to figure out lines of fire, what can see what. There's all sorts of different things you can do through here as well. With other things you can then sort of try to figure out. This is much more complex in the actual phases that it has. So again, you need to sort of learn about the phases, but it's it's much more pure in terms of it being like a tabletop style game. And of course it has the wonder of the hexes. So we've got the hexes in through here as well. Now, we can sort of see there's certain things that we are aware of back and through this other side. With the briefing, quite often you'll be able to see exactly what forces you're up against. And you've then got to try to figure out the best way. Now, our forces in through here, we have like little armoured cars, little Morris CS9s. And these all have their own mechanics as well. And so when we do go and click on this one, if we... normally it comes up, I thought... Anyway, this is... we've got different things we can do. Like we can actually sort of go with the... like for example, we can... if I right-click on this one, I can then go across and try the smoke dispenser, or I can button up. So you can see there at the moment he's just out in the open in his actual little thing. But if we button up, he then has less chance to spot, but he has better survivability. And at the moment the engines are on. So the engine is running, which means he doesn't have to start the engine, which does save him a bit of space. Now if we move out into the open, there is a tool, and I forget where it is. Yeah, so this is cool as well. The player help, you really need to know all this stuff. So you probably will find that you'll be going through and reading a lot about what the little cards mean and how things actually do work. So there's a lot of information in the game itself. This is, I mean, as I say, this is a really, really good... It's beyond entry level, actually. This is sort of pretty more intermediate in terms of it being like a war game sort of style game. And you can see when we come in, we've got the different facings. That's important that we actually sort of end up with the facings. Now, it all takes, like as we sort of come through, there's it takes action points to go and do this one. Like if we come back into there, for example, and would we want to be out in the open? I forget where the there is a way to sort of look at the shortcuts. Let's just go and hug this line here. If we just go across, click on that one through there, we can move and stop, which will then give us more accuracy in the next turn. So we can sort of just go and do that, for example. One of the interesting things that they've now done with this, because they've now introduced the desert areas, is when a vehicle moves, the last two moves are going to now be full of dust, which then also obscures. So the dust will obscure through this other side. Now I can keep on moving forward if I'm wanting to, or I can button up. They're the two different things we can do. We can't see too much. At the moment we have very, very poor abilities to be able to hit anything, only 6%. So it's not really worth doing anything. So we'll just leave it that one where that is. But it's sort of one of these games. It's very simple to play. Let's just move these on up. Now we do actually have, we do have a commander in there. And so there's different things in through here as well. Where we can sort of have like combined units. Like if we go and move this rifle unit into there, and so we've got the we can sort of run across. Let's just run into that particular group. That now becomes a bigger group. Let's just move that one up to there, and so we'll run. Little question marks mean that they were sort of aware of us. So this is now a bigger group. We'll bring the mortar into that group there. So again, we sort of pop up and don't really get to see anything. Got a couple of tanks in through here as well. So now with the tanks, we have to be careful of the guns at the back. This again, where I can't remember exactly how to do everything. The keyboard shortcuts. Is that it there? Here we go. This one, when I hover over that one, we can then sort of start to see. Right, that one can see there, but can't see anything else across this other side. It can spot this unit here. So from this unit here, we can sort of see that we've got that area is sort of covered. If we go and try to cover this building, you can see we don't have a real lot other than down through this other side. This is the first building. These are going to be a little bit trickier to control. That one there as well. We're getting double ups. So it may be that we end up, yeah, these ones will actually be able to tackle these as well. So I could actually leave, if we wanted to sort of tackle one at a time, that one there is exposed to both of these anti-tank guns, but in there it's not terribly bad. So let's just go and pop this one into, say, here, for example. And we'll just stop. So move and stop again. It's going to then give us more power. So let's just go back in this way as well. If I keep it moving, it's going to be less accurate. You can see there, when we move, the last two moves, the dust then kicks up. So we can use these to help protect us. Anyway, I won't keep on playing, but it's a much more interesting. Actually, no, I will keep on playing. Damn it, I will. We're going to move and stop. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Move and stop there. So these do have, we've got 20% chance of actually hitting that one there at this stage, but it's not really enough. 20% there as well. Let's just wait for the next turn. Now these guys, we sort of saw that these were going to be sort of left out in the open. Now we know that there's a group in through here, so let's just go back into this group again. So we can sort of see that all of this is exposed in through this other side. From there it's not. That is down through here. We have a slot there, which is actually okay. And what about from this building here? It's hard for us to move this one up. Okay, let's move this one in. We'll just run it in. Keep the mortar separate. That there was relatively secure. Nope, we're attracting attention. So it fired at us, and we're still okay. So that one did do some firing. Let's just move down. When we run, we're a bit more exposed. But when we move to there, we no longer have, they can't see us from any of these locations. This one here still can. We'll get the mortar back up the top here. We'll just walk up that way. So we're a little bit more protected. So there's certainly all different sorts of movement. So this is again much more different. I don't know if this is part of Next Fest actually. I shouldn't spend too much time with this one. Let's just end our turn here. So you got like move and fire phase where you can sort of move and shoot. The firing phase from the enemy. Now it did manage to reload. It did hit the hull and ricochet. It has to roll each time to see if it can do a reload. There is a chance. Missed, and it didn't. It only had the one shot. So these guys are firing as well. Now we actually have an advanced phase where we can sort of move our infantry across one more if we wanted to. Now this is often how you then do your assaults, and I think I will actually move this one up. So this is like we just walk into different phases. Now, in terms of this side of things, I've got a problem because of where we are here. This is often a place where you want to be then sort of out in the open or putting something. But I'm going to try to run through to in here somewhere with this particular unit. So none of these need to move up. It does give me options though. Let's just do it here. They don't get to shoot, they only get to advance. It's quite convoluted the way it does actually work. So nothing's actually hit anything just yet. I'll just wait until something actually does happen. It's now a recovery phase, and it's now their move and shoot. Now they've hit the hull and ricocheted. And it did reload, and it's keeping on firing because it's reloading. It now didn't get the reload. That one's did reload. Got to be careful of this little armoured car. It reloaded again, unfortunately. Bang, we got killed. And it's then firing back over here. And it was immobilised, unfortunately. Now these are running back, and they're swapping over different forces. So we can sort of see that there's like machine guns. They're missing. They're running in to try to protect this zone. It's a really cool game. Like, it's really good. The way it does work. So now these guys here are actually okay. We do have a shot through this other side. So this one here has got like this is a Valentine tank. Again, there'll be all sorts of different. We've got a turret machine gun. We've got a 40mm long cannon. I need to get rid of these, but we only have small percentage chance there. If I rotate the turret around, so we can rotate that way it becomes, yeah, and this one's much more doable in terms of getting the shot. So we've got like different things we can do. We've got like an 11% chance there, 37% chance with the armor piercing. So we have high explosive and armor piercing. Now there's also a percentage chance that we're going to the gun's going to jam. Like I think it's at 1%. So let's just go across and do this. Yep, gun reloaded. And we now wrecked that one as well. That was good. So that one's now gone. So the turret, you can see it had to be rotated around to sort of then deal with this one. It looks like it's a very simple game, but it's actually quite complex. We have to rotate the turret around to face that one as well. So the turret is now rotated back that way in that side. And we can now hit this one. Now we only have a small chance with the, we have a 16% there with the this is the unaimed high explosive. If we aim it, we've got a less chance. So we're better off just to smash this one if we can. We missed. And sometimes we get a reload. But in this case, we probably won't. Oh yes, we do actually. You get the reload there. Another miss. We can pop smoke out that way as well if we need to mask things. Did we get a reload? No. So anyway, that's the game is as I say, quite interesting the way it does work. Now we need to. This is the firing phase. We can't move these forces. Yeah, we can't really do anything there either. So this one here would need to then probably set this one up. Like we can drop the weapons, but we don't want to do that. That would then drop the mortar, and we just become like an infantry group. But it's again, this is quite a convoluted sort of way of playing, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, let's not continue on. We'll just quit out of the game. But that's again a different sort of style of. I thought I'd just show that one as a point of difference. But this one really does need to have random maps, like to make that into a great game. But it's, at the moment, it doesn't actually have that. Anyway, I don't know if that's on Next Fest. It may not be because it's actually already been released, so it's not technically a next game. I shouldn't have spent time away from it. Okay, so yeah, Jim's saying Second Front is great and random maps would be awesome. Yeah, hi Veer and Games, how you going? More bits are saying hi Daz in chat. Devon's saluting back. Fox is saying hey, and hey indeed says Devon. Thought it appropriate as here watching Daz play a military game. Yeah, these are there's some really really good ones out there, and like things like Second Front. That's there, and Headquarters as well, which is the other one that's coming. They're very much like tabletop style games in a war game setting, but with really really nice graphics now. So they're sort of they're entry level in the sense that they are approachable because you can see what's going on, but they're but certainly Second Front is more complex than Headquarters is. So where are we up to? What game are you watching? And is it available on Steam? Yeah, that's that one is Second Front. So if we have actually, I'll just go into here, and I'll just show you these games as we go through them. So Second Front is in through here. This is Australian dollars, so don't worry about that. You can see through there, mostly positive. There is actually a lot here. Now, it doesn't have random maps. One thing it does actually have, if we go to the Community Hub, is it has a workshop. So, and because it's so easy to build your own maps. And so the Commonwealth forces are now free for the game. But if we go into the workshop, so there's a whole range of different sorts of things where people have sort of been modding the game. So it's very mod friendly. And then there's all these different scenarios that people have been building for the game as well. How many are there? If we have a look at where is it? Yeah, 736 entries have been putting in through here. So this is actually like like these are just little scenarios that you can then go and download, where people have, because they're so simple, it really is a squad level type game. So you can sort of see there that people have been, so you can just go these and play these as well, which is really cool. Look at this, how many subscribers there are. This is actually incredible. So, and bringing them in is really sort of quick and, hang on, I need to do that with my actual Steam account. I won't do that one. But it's, so even though there's not random maps, there's a lot of replayability because of this. And Headquarters will sort of be the same as that as well, like ultimately. So they're going to be very, very similar type games. But anyway, there's some good stuff in there. So that's Second Front, which is very, very cool. And Headquarters, as I say, at the moment in Next Fest is part of the Next Fest stuff that you can actually go and download. Let's go through. Actually, we're going to look at Moonbreaker, won't we? Let's go back and have a look at that one while we're here. I thought we did look at this one before. Moonbreaker. Did we look at this? It's a turn-based tactical skirmish game. The game is designed to be a true digital miniatures experience set in the expansive sci-fi. Yeah, we did look at this one. I think I tried to get it, but never heard back from the developers. I'm pretty sure. In fact, I'll just see if I did. This happens a lot, actually, where they must just get inundated with stuff. I've just opened up my my area. I'll just have to do a search for Moonbreaker, because I was interested in this one. No, I didn't. I didn't follow up. It's funny, I thought I did. Okay, so no, I haven't contacted them at all about this. So I will actually put that on my list of games to follow up on, because it does look good. I have to remember this one now. It was sort of one of those things, I was a bit 50-50 on it, but it's Moonbreaker. So I'll follow up on that. If we, I don't know if this, yeah, this one's, release date, the 2nd of Feb. So this is, this has just come out. We'll have to get hold of this one. We will have to, I don't know if this is in the next fest though. I'm assuming not. So that's been out for a few days. Let's have a look at this one in terms of what it does bring. I should really turn off the sound when I'm doing this. Every time I show games, I end up getting... it's probably already too late. Damn it. Yeah, I'll have to grab hold of that one if I can. I think it does look good. So it's purely tabletop with the way it sort of does work. 87%. That's a good rating. That's actually a good rating for these sort of games. Yeah, that looks like it would be fun. It looks like it wouldn't take that long to play either, actually, which would be great. So I will follow up on that one. That does look very, very good. Almost like it's almost like Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven was another one that's very, very cool in that sort of sense. I have tried to get the update on Gloomhaven, but they're not responding. The devs aren't responding. Let's get rid of that little area. But Gloomhaven's a bit better graphics, than the previous one, but it is very much a tabletop style game with almost sort of like these tabletop experience. In terms of the actual combat, it's a really cool game as well. That is based on a tabletop game. Right, back to Next Fest. Hi, Battle Mode, how you going? So I've got a claim on that Mechabellum video we did. Oh, really? Jeez, is it you that gets claimed all the time? I think it is. You had a lot of problems with Dominions too. Does Second Front have aggressive turn limits? No, not really. No, not that I play anyway. I'm not sure. I've never played it multiplayer, but I don't think it would. Like, it's a pretty simple game. Like, it's not too difficult. Yeah, so Atom saying hi everyone, and saying I was just watching the headquarters video of yours. Yeah, it's not going to be for everyone, that game, but I really like the look of it. I really like the look of headquarters. I've been waiting for that one. That's one of my most anticipated games of 2024. Yeah, so Battle Mode gets claimed all the time. I think it's the beard. Like, you need to get like a shorter beard like mine. That way people just leave you alone. Yeah, I tend to turn the music off on games as a bit of a unless I know. Because it's a pain in the bum. Yeah, Moonbreaker does look great. All right, so Andrew's saying, does Second Front have aggressive turn limits? Here it doesn't really. I haven't played multiplayer, so I'm not sure, but certainly in single player it doesn't. It's hobo tax. There we go. Well, I look a bit hobo-ish. Anyway, let's go and go back to Next Fest and have a look and see if there's anything in here that tickles our fancy. Actually, one thing I don't know is Solium Infernum, because that is coming soon. 15th of Feb. Can we get this one as so this is coming very, very soon, so in a week and a bit. So we'll talk about Solium Infernum. We'll definitely be talking about this one next week. I know I'm going to get an early access version of this one. Can't wait. This is probably, like, certainly in this part of the year, like, there's so many great games being released, and this was we had Dominion 6 came like a couple of weeks ago, and then this one's coming up. This is going to be awesome. God, this is going to be good. I don't know if we can get the can you download a Next Fest version, which I wouldn't be at all surprised. No, we can't. That's interesting. Actually, I would have thought that they would have actually done a Next Fest version of this one, because the hype around this should be building up at this point in time. This is like, certainly if you putting it on wish lists and stuff is exactly this is the time when they need to be doing that. So if you haven't done it yet, guys, when is this one? This is the multiplayer weekend. They've done their own sort of special little multiplayer week. That's right. That was a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago. So anyway, can't wait for this to come. It's going to be such a good game. It already is really amazing. This is one of the multiplayer games that they sort of were showing what was actually happening here. So I think it was. But yeah, that was. I didn't play the multiplayer side of that one. I think that's when I also had the flu. I was interested in it, but yeah, it's really amazing game. Cannot wait for that one. Yeah, this is all the praise for the original game, which was a long, long way in the past. Okay, well, that's Solium Infernum. So that's not in the Next Fest. God, we're not covering any real Next Fest games other than Headquarters, are we? Let's just go in. Now, if we just go and have a quick look at these, a lot of these I don't have a clue about. This is the trending for the upcoming games. Upcoming games sorted by trending or recent wishlist counts. Only include games not yet released on Steam. So this is Next Fest. Stormgate. These sort of real-time games I don't tend to play, so I don't know much about this one here. No idea about that one. It does look good. The graphics look good. Dungeonborn, action RPG. I won't worry about that one. Lightyear Frontier, online co-op, single-player, casual farming sim. No, not really interested. Gatekeeper, action roguelike. Nope. When it says action roguelike, for me that's a no. Millennia. Now I do actually have this. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it though, but there is actually a demo you can download. If you like Civilization, I would download this and play this. I would recommend that in that sort of instance. It's the difference. The big difference with this one is the fact that the actual eras that you go through, you decide what eras they're going to be, and they impact the way that the game then plays. So it's like taking Civ, but then sort of having agency and choice as you start to move through the game. Now, I don't like era games, so this was not really my type of game. I was part of the early beta. And it wasn't polished enough at that stage for me to really sort of get a good feel for it. So I do want to go back and try that again, actually. So that demo I think would be worth installing, just because of the way that the game does chop and change. It is interesting. So that is Millennia. TerraTech Worlds. Now this is another one that I have been interested in, but I'm not going to bother with the demo. But I do like the idea of this game. I've never played it, but it does look pretty cool. So that one does look good. It's a walking simulator. I don't think I'll bother with that one. That's just some sort of survival game by the looks of things. Pacific Drive, don't know anything about that one. Story Rich. As soon as I see Story Rich again, I'm not really interested. So that one's a no for me. Synergy, building, economy, post-apocalyptic, city builder, resource management. I like the graphic style. Very 1960s, isn't it? 1970s even. Sort of comic sort of style. Anyway, I don't know at all about that one. That one looks like it may be interesting to play. It looks like there's a bit in there, actually. Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look. I'll ditch that one there. I really can't unlock it, but... So yeah, just basic city builder by the looks of things. David saying, did you try Classified Francis 44? I did try it. This is way back in the early part of it. Again, I don't love those sort of commando style games. There's a lot that have come out. I think after playing Shadow Gambit, it's very hard to play other games like that. Shadow Gambit does it so well. This is, it looks fairly sort of basic, doesn't it, really? This one. I probably wouldn't be interested in that one, I don't think, this one here. So, if this is saying I'm going to try Millennia. Yeah, I think look, if you like Civ, I think you'll like it. As I say, the last time I played it was a long time back, so I don't remember much about it. Breachway, of course. This is a hooded horse game. This one does look really cool, actually. I can't wait to... this one would be worth installing. That one would be worth installing. Breachway on Steam. Do we know when it's coming? Oh, release date 23rd of March. This is like FTL, but I think with more to do with the actual ships themselves. So I think with the hooded horse games I can put the sound on. This looks cool. Yeah, it looks like it's turn-based. I don't know much about the game, to be honest, but I just know it looks good. Got Hooded Horse. I've got a lot of games coming out this year. Yeah, this looks very cool. So it's not one that you're going around trying to maneuver or anything like that. It literally is just a select the card, you know, make the damage. I'm just hoping it's not too story driven. There we go. So a month and a half away. That's worth having a look at, I think. So that would be a good one to check out in the demos. Soul Mask, no idea. This is Survival Sandbox. I won't worry about that one so much. Dread Dawn. Looks like a zombie apocalypse here, zombie survival game. Again, too fast for me, so I wouldn't worry about that one personally. Yeah, so this thing looks very FTL, like in many aspects. It looks like it's more detailed. Yeah, so Sorbical saying Breachway is FTL with Slay the Spire attached. I have to admit I switched off at the card deck building game. Yes, I used to. I don't do it as much anymore. Sorry, I missed a lot of the comments on through there. Hi Drexy. Drexy saying, does Ben have a blue star so we know to judge him? Yes. You can judge him poorly. Sorbical saying, I tried playing Solemn Infernum via email years ago. I was getting a pasting, but everyone thought I was going for Power Behind the Throne and bricking it. It's a pretty amazing game, the original game. Demos do not always sell games. I suspect that they have done the hype. Yeah, I'm going to get it at least. I'm going to try Millennius. It's this all, yep. So I did mention about Classified France. Yeah, I did actually have like an early version of Classified France, but I never did a video on it. I did play it for a little bit, but it was very, very, I don't know, it's like those sort of games. I don't love those games. And as I say, Shadow Gambit was the exception. Like that really was just amazing with what it did bring in. CB saying a millennia, you have to be the one to reach the new age first. Yeah, to choose a direction, that's true. So this is saying Balatro is an odd strategy game. I had fun with it, and I do not even like poker. Yeah, I don't know that one. Renter Sensi is saying I'm curious about Synergy, but haven't sunk my teeth into a city builder for some time. Yeah, there's so many different games coming out, isn't there? Really. So we were saying, yeah, Pacific Drive is a survival-based building game. You're only your base is a car, and it's got a very X-Files vibe to it. I'm actually quite intrigued. Oh, okay. Pacific Drive. Actually, I did see that. I've seen videos on that where people have been very pleasantly surprised. That wasn't in that list, was it? I don't know if we can sort of bring that in for next fest. Oh, there it was. Pacific Drive. Yeah, I did hear about this one being story rich. The story rich is what turns me off, but I did see some videos about this. Yeah, I don't think again, story rich is enough for me to not bother. Like, that's enough for me to not play the game. Okay, what did we get up to? So, yep, so Atomert saying, I think I'm going to have to try Breachway. I hope it really will have the random map feeling. I hope so too. I don't know. I think I will actually download that myself. I will actually grab Breachway, because that's one of the games I'm really looking forward to this year without knowing much about it. Yep, so Atrius T is saying, just looking at Breachway, looks amazing. Gameplay is extremely card and turn-based though, which I don't mind. I used to not like card games, but so there's been so many good games with that use cards lately that I'm happy to give them a go. Bibica is saying, have you looked at the new Stargate game? Supposedly it's like the old Commandos game. It's very much like the old Commandos game. I do actually have it, but I haven't covered it. And I haven't covered it because it is literally a walkthrough. When you show it, you're not showing anything. Like it's not like there's any random content in it. It is purely how do you get past this level. So if you do like puzzle type games, then the Stargate game I think is a great game. But it's not one that I probably will cover simply because it is a walkthrough. So because saying I've watched a playthrough of that Stargate game. It looks very rough. Yeah, it looks as in rough around the edges or hard to play, because some of it looks pretty hard. So ZXM, no, that's Began in disguise, saying games that can have Desdemption are a plus. That's true. So we're saying Pacific Drive, it's got a central plot running through it. it's not a free-form survival style like Ark or Valheim. Yeah, I probably would give that a miss. There's too many great games coming up. SDO is saying, shame that Stargate MMORPG got cancelled. Only got garbage games in that universe so far. That's to be honest, I always get suspicious when a large movie franchise gets involved in games. Like I always think negatively about what's going to come, so I tend not to play like superhero type things as well. So we've got Cedarman saying we'll never understand what your problem with story-driven games is. Well, it's not a problem. I don't mind playing them, but to record them, it becomes a walkthrough. And I've sort of I've got to try to focus on what my channel is about, and my channel is about strategy and tactics, not about walkthrough. And so, if I start to do too many walkthrough style games, I think it's going to change the flavour of the channel. So I much prefer to be able to. It's one of those things actually. This is one of my life philosophies. Here we go. So we're going to be. So sit down, kids, and gather around the fire while I give you one of my life philosophies. And this has been something that's been with me ever since, like forever. Is that I feel it is like, and this is just in life in general. It's much, much more important to understand the principles behind something that you're doing than to know the tactics or the specific approach, the technicalities of doing something. So for me, you can always learn the technicalities, but the principles never ever change. And so when I play games, I tend to like games where I can talk about the principles of the game, about how to approach the game, and not about the specifics of move this force to here, set this one up this way, and then wait for this to happen, then fire type thing. So for me, it's much more about the principles of what's going on than the actual techniques. And the technique for me is walkthrough. Random content, random gameplay is all about the principle of how you approach the game. And so for me, that's something I'm much more interested in. That is seriously, I am serious about that. This is a pretty major life philosophy that I've had all the way through my career. Is I've always looked for the principles behind what I'm doing, not the techniques of how to do it. Because you can always learn the techniques very quickly, but the principles never ever change. And so anyway, that's a bit of a life philosophy there from my side of things, which is why my channel doesn't do walkthroughs. There we go. Very convoluted way of getting back to what this is why I will show games if I think like for example Second Front, there's a lot of content there you can download, but it's not strictly a walkthrough type game, but it's sort of see how that one, that's sort of where my head is with those sort of games. So when I see story rich, for my own enjoyment, yeah, maybe, but for recording, no, because it's a walkthrough. So that would be that. It just stops me. It allows me to then to think, no, I am going to do something, or I'm not going to do something. So hi Andrew from Western Australia. There we go. Just dropping in at 3 a.m. Yeah, it is very early for you. It's 5 a.m. where I am in Queensland, and 6 a.m. for Sydney. I think Sydney and Melbourne. I think it's 6 a.m. there. Hi Michael, how are you going? So Andrew is saying, has there been any talk about Broken Arrow? I'm really looking forward to that game, or probably more correctly, I'm looking forward to watching other people play it online. Yes, we covered that one early on. That was probably the first game that we sort of really got into. That's that is one that you can download and play in the next Fest week to sort of have a bit of a crack at that one. So Gary's saying, I don't dislike story games. I just dislike pre-made characters. I want to play dress up and create my own combat team without quirky character traits. Yeah. So that's sort of where it is as well. Michael's saying, if I could pick up one game with story to play, I would choose Divinity Original Sin 2. I think, yeah, see, I never played that one because of that as well. So Andrew's saying, yeah, Daz must start streaming very early in his time zone. Yes, I do. It's just a habit I got into. When I used to actually have, like with my business, it's when it was really cranking along, I had to do a day's worth of work before everyone else got into the office. So I got used to getting up basically at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning to get all my work done, and then go to work and basically just be the manager. Which so I've got this habit of for decades now. I've been waking up at extremely early, so it's just what I do, unfortunately. Here we go. So Bilko is saying, good evening from the Emerald Isle. There we are. Top of the morning to you. So Redigar saying Homeworld 3 has a demo in the next fest. That's a good one to check out as well. Let's have a look and see. Let's just go to show more. I'm surprised that that Homeworld 3 didn't pop up. Simulation, we won't worry about that one. Platformer, no. Children of the Sun. Shooter, no. Dungeon Stalkers, Dungeon Crawler. Battle Royale, no, we won't worry about that one. Balatro. This is the one that I did actually try. This is an interesting one. It's I wish I should have got the new download. It was corny, but it did have some nice things about it. But this has been apparently in action if I just go and open this one up. So this is Orc War Chief, and it's been around for a while. I'm suspicious about the sound in this one, so we'll close that one down. But it's one of these games where you build up, but the demo, you have to follow explicit instructions as to what to build. You can build it wherever you like, but you still have to build exactly what they want you to do. But what's interesting about this game is that you end up essentially creating like an orc clan, and so it is a building game where you're basically building things up. And I don't know if it'll show it, but then you have like a very simplistic combat system, which is actually not too bad. So I found that one quite interesting, the way it did actually work. But not my type of game, really. So I won't play it, but some of you may like it. I don't know if it's going to show the combat. And the actual cutscenes are quite funny as well. Like they've got these. This is one of the cutscenes, like highly sexualized orc maidens. Just go and set this one up, so we can have a look at this one here. This is actually why I just decided to try it. It was because of the combat system. Now, Manor Lords is much more polished, but this doesn't look bad, does it? Turn off the sound. What am I doing? There we go. There's my video now is going to be claimed. So if you're watching this in the future, and you'll probably notice that I'll have to go and scrub that sound out of that bit of it. It's funny, it's not showing the combat. And the combat is actually a pretty major part of the game. It's sort of, yeah, that was just fluff, really. I'll just see if I can find it. Nope. I can't, I don't really want to be downloading 4 gigabytes of game to be able to then show it. No, it's funny, it's not showing the combat, which is a really important aspect of it. Anyway, that's that one. Some of you may like that one. So ZXM is saying, oh, I do like Orc Maidens. Stop playing. Okay, we have to go back out of there. Now that's Orc War Chief. Again, I'd never heard of it before, but apparently it's been in development for a long time. I think people were a bit pissed off. They thought it had been abandoned, but it looks like it's back on track again. Sword of Convaria. This is free to play. Usually that means it's crap. So I know some of them are really good, but this one actually doesn't look too bad the way it's sort of set up. Strategy, tactical RPG, turn-based tactics, turn-based strategy. Maybe. Let's have a look at that one. Oops. Where is it? Bring this one up and have a bit of a look. I'm always suspicious of free-to-play games. They've got to get their money somehow. So this looks pretty cool. I do like this. but it looks like it's purely puzzle type game. Yeah, assemble a band of heroes. Yeah, story arcs. Okay, so it's going to be it's going to be following a story basically. Yep, no, that's a no in that case. Interesting looking game though. So that wouldn't have been terrible. Then welcome to Paradise. Multiplayer co-op, no. Astral Party, turn-based board game strategy. A bit too board gamey for me. Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse, no. The Four Sins, no. Cyber Manhunt, New World, hacking, no. I don't like hacking games. Let's keep on going until we find Homeworld. So the got Wake Runners backing through this other side. Michael's saying, "Lol, went from orc maidens to little girls with purple hair." There we are. I don't mind the JRPG games, to be honest, because there's some real gems, but they there's but I don't know, like that one, the combat looked really good, but just the story driven aspect would be a bit of a no for me. Open world survival, winter survival, no idea what that one is. Realm of Ink, let's not worry about that one. Mouth washing. Shapes 2 is a management strategy, futuristic. Again, sort of a puzzly type game. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. News Tower, I did actually hear about this one. This was one that I was interested in. Management strategy sandbox. Let's have a look and see. This one is one that did look interesting. So it's sort of like a building, but for building a newspaper. I think you then have to go off and do different things outside in the city. Yes, you got this sort of aspect to it.
Well, I sent my bestest reporter, Rose. But nothing comes easy, right? Damn it, Rose got roughed up again? That's another 3 days sick leave. Gee, some people get paid for doing nothing around here. Still, I was prepared to do whatever it took to bring you the news, even if I got on the wrong side of the mafia. 'Cause all the time I had it in my mind, we gotta print every Sunday. So I hired myself the best team of copywriters, picture editors, and fancy pants designers money could buy. I was a runaway success. I ruled. And you want to know my secret? Well, I care about my team. I do. Gotta give them all the comforts they need. Keep them refreshed. Make it all nice and cozy. A home from home. And maybe even pamper them a little bit. Which is important, because they don't get to go home a whole lot. Unless it's permanent. Hold the front page. You call that grammar? Nobody works sloppy on my watch. You're fired! As one reporter returned, I'd send out another. Sports reports, politics, entertainment, whatever it was, we had it covered. The world was our news story. Nothing was out of bounds, just as long as they were all back in time to print every Sunday. Getting to this point hasn't been easy. Attacks come in all shapes and sizes. But I'm protected by the most professional of lawyers, whose friendship with the mayor does
It's
not
quite involved.
them or me in any way.
Let's not worry about it. But that's News Tower. Actually, when I saw that, I thought that does look really quite an interesting game. So anyway, there is a demo there for that one, which could be an interesting one to have a look at. So yeah, that's one that I was actually looking at. Voxland, open world, destruction RPG. Let's not worry about it. Mega Crafter. Now, Drixie was saying a weird Homeworld is above Shapes 2 for you. Okay, it's not for me. I wonder why. Did I miss it? No, I didn't. Not sure what's happening there. Kingsgrave, Spirit Loss. So just go and show him some more. Bring a few more in. This is base building, city colony building. Actually, when does Mars Tactics come in? Unique planets, research new pods. That could be interesting. Release the 11th of March. Vertical. Reminds me of the old racing game. What was it? I can't remember which one, where you build your own little maps and then race them. Anyway, it's a game I used to love. Again, it looks like it's purely management. So I'm not sure about this. I think it's all about the building. So probably not really for me, that one. Zero Division, Card Battler, no. I tend to be negative when I see Card Battlers, but I do like the Breachway look. Final Factory, Automation, Star Trucker, no. Supermarket Simulator, Abiotic, Summer House, Rotwood, Mullet Man Jack. Oh my God, that would be a nightmare to play. Come on, where's Homeworld? Where's Homeworld? Biogun. There's a lot, isn't there? A lot available. Backpack Battles. Nope. No good. No good. No good. It's funny, I thought there'd be more in here. It's funny because we're also not seeing things like... there's headquarters, World War II. So we do have headquarters there. It's a long way down. That's one I would recommend. I'll just skim past these. Space. Crystal Guardians, don't know about that one. Tower Defense. No, forget that. God, it's a. I'm surprised that Homeworld is not showing up. I'll have to do a search for it, I think. Drug Dealer Simulator. Yeah, there's nothing much in there. Let's just go and open up one of these. We'll just do it from here. So Homeworld. Homeworld 3. Yeah, it's part of Next Fest. So there we go. Got the Homeworld 3 demo. So that is actually that is available as a. In fact, if we have a quick look and see. This is the free demo. It should be okay to be able to listen to this one.
Taking fire. Missile inbound.
God, it looks beautiful.
We've got incoming. Confirmed. Target set.
Move us into position.
Course set. On the way.
Looks great, doesn't it? I love the shading.
War games. Fighting here is just like the real world, except each loss becomes a lesson for your next deployment.
We're hit.
Carry her down.
Hang in. We're on our way. Hostile strike craft engaging. We need cover. Moving to guard. We're inbound. Hostile eliminated.
Each victory will grant you experience points to unlock artifacts and starting fleets. The enemy is cunning and will adapt to overwhelm you.
We will lock. Light him up. Good shot. Taking fire. Steady. I'm coming around. Direct hit. That did it.
Think you're ready for the real thing, Cadet?
Wow, that is beautiful.
Taking fire.
Wow, that is really, really beautiful. What's this one? The same again, is it?
We've got incoming. Confirmed.
Now, this is stunning.
My name is Imogen Sajet. My entire life has been study, analysis, planning. Today, the galaxy is burning. I will be bound into the Carcassion, merged with the ship in both body and mind.
Fleet-wide comms open. Attention all personnel.
You've each just received a mission briefing. Nothing is redacted, because I want you to know what is at stake. We have been tasked with finishing Karen Sajet and the 5th Fleet's mission. Discover the source of the anomaly. Stop it once and for all. I know we were expecting a simple shakedown cruise.
Proximity alert. Control enemy strike craft and weapons.
Many of you are feeling overwhelmed, doubting yourselves.
Confirmed.
We've got incoming. They have us seen multiple launches. Tracking all covered.
Ask yourselves this, Fleet. Who would follow a course laid by doubt? When we already have the finest navigator of our generation. I have no doubt. We will succeed. Whatever it takes to complete the mission.
Enemy strike craft coming in fast. Pick your targets. Split. Close range too high. Frank, good hit.
My name is Imogen Sajet. Now, I must be more than a scientist. I am Fleet Command.
Wow, that looks incredibly good. I've got to say, the user experience and user interface on that is just second level, isn't it? It's next level. It's just really amazing. The lighting, even just the trails coming off the actual ship, so you can identify who's who. It's that is really an amazing looking game. That is really looking good. So a month away, basically. Wow, that is incredible. I'm going to have to contact the devs about that one, because that is a lot better than I thought that was going to be be honest. That really looks amazing. So anyway, that's that one through there. Now you guys are saying to look up GT Manager. And so Homeworld 3 does have a roguelike mode as well, says Bibicus. Okay, I'll have to look at that one. That's looks amazing. So let's have a look at GT Manager 24. I don't tend to like racing games except for oh God, what's the name of it? Ones where you can build your own tracks and stuff like that. So I'm assuming this will be big enough to not be to be able to use the sound. Trackmania is the one I'm thinking of. No, that's not my type of game. I liked the racing, but the Trackmania for me is where I've never come across a racing game that I've liked as much as Trackmania. Like it's always really liked that game. Anyway, that's not my type of game, that one. Now, what did we get up to? I'll just pause this. Actually, I'll just leave it there. That should be okay. So, just reading a few more of the comments in through there. Yes, so Sydney had sound their GT manager. The management games, I like the racing, but I don't like the management style. This new mode seems interesting. I don't know if I'll favour it over the normal skirmishes, though. So, has he done Age of Wonders 4 yet? No, I haven't. We haven't got there yet. And also saying thanks for the tips on Dom 6. I've got to record more. I've had the flu for the last few weeks, and it's just stopped me from doing as much recording as I normally would. My voice is getting a bit better now, so that's sort of we're sort of on the mend actually with everything. I'll skim past a lot of this stuff. Sorry. Check out Feudums. I'm not sure what that is. Just skim past. I'm looking at the time. I do have to start to move on to other things, so I'm not sure what Feudum is. I'll have a quick look. Feudums. Another free game. Is it random? Tick-based medieval 4X social grand strategy with cooperative. It's very simplistic, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, we'll leave that one where that is. Okay, so yeah, so Bibicus was saying Homeworld does have the roguelike mode as well. Where are we up to? Just going to keep on skimming past it and just go down to the bottom here. Yeah, so Homeworld, we'll actually have to download that one, have a bit of a look. More bits saying Age of Wonders 4 Daz. They have an update on Thursday, I think. Yes, that was last week. They actually, I think it was even before that. Actually, I think it was the Monday before. But anyway, we will actually have a look at that one because that is coming, but it's a little way off. So it's not super. Like we don't have to sort of get too involved. I know I will be covering this. I will get an early version of it, but it won't be for a little while yet. They'll do their own things first. So we'll just go and move past that one through there. But what's interesting about what's coming here, this is actually much, much better than what I thought it was going to be, the Primal Fury. I was not expecting this one. So 27th of February, so it's got a few weeks. I should actually have my hands on that one maybe in a week or so, I would imagine. I'm guessing. So what is good about this, though, is what it does actually bring. I'll just do the read more. So, because this is actually much, much more fleshed out than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were just going to end up with beasts, but it's actually like new factions or new chassis. So, harness the power of nature in the Age of Wonders 4 from Primal Fury content pack. Channel the spirit of your favourite animal into the primal culture. So we have a new culture, which is going to be interesting. Ride a mammoth or a crocodile into battle and wield the powers of the Naga Lords. A new feature exclusive of the compact include primal culture, so from the tunneling spider to the glacial mammoth. These are set in stone a little bit. I don't think you can sort of mix and match these, but which would be interesting. Choose one of 7 primal animals for your people to worship and shape their physical and spiritual lives. Each animal is linked to a specific terrain and damage type, allowing you to terraform the land to your chosen biome and gain powerful buffs in combat. Again, it's sort of funny that they've really got them set. Like a tunneling spider, yeah, I don't know. It's that for me is a bit limiting the way that they've sort of done that. Venture on a quest unique to each primal animal and earn rewards. Again, I'm not really interested in doing these sorts of quests, but anyway, it'll be interesting to see how that one does come through. We've got the new lupine and goatkin forms, so that's going to be what fox and goat. So new physical forms. Is it fox? Is lupine fox? I think it is. I don't think it's wolf. New physical forms for your people to provide new fantasies for your empire to fulfill. Create a faction of arcane. Oh, it is wolves. Okay, it is of arcane wolves or forest dwelling satyrs. Lupus the fox, isn't it? It's Lupus, or is it Lupus the? Yes, Lupus. I'm pretty sure Lupus is the fox. Let's have a listen. Let's have a look. Lupus mythology. Yeah, wolf. Okay, there we go. All right, so it is Lupus the Lupus constellation is the name for the wolf. Okay, so I thought it was a fox, but it's the she wolf. Sorry, just the wolf there. All right, that's fine. At least we know for sure it is wolves, which I think is better than having foxes. But anyway, that's fine. So create a faction of arcane wolves or forest-dwelling satyrs, which I think is going to be cool as well. Having these new factions, new tomes of magic. So. The Tome of Fey Mists specialises in spreading magical mists that shield units from range attacks and grant buffs. So Tome of the Stormborn, so focus on controlling of water and lightning. So this is more Naga type stuff. Gain powerful economic buffs from ocean provinces. Build fearsome Stormbringer units and transform your armies into Naga, which is going to be cool. So that would be interesting. So there's a lot coming in this one actually. This is a lot more than what I thought was going to be here. 4 new mounts, mammoths, elephants, saber-tooths and crocodiles. That looked pretty cool. Interesting. And we've got 6 new wildlife units. Again, mammoths, elephants, saber-toothed crocodiles, infernal juggernauts, and pestilence crocodiles. New realm content, so storm-weathered isles, a realm of hostile seas gripped in a war between 2 powerful Godir of nature, and new primal fury interface skin. Experience a new wild visual design with wooden frames and blooming flowers. So that would just be the user interface. So this literally does look like it's going to be a good one to actually sort of bring back in. Actually, this is going to be pretty amazing. I think this particular look and feel to the game. So can't wait for that one. I wasn't looking forward to this one, but I really am now, having seen what's actually coming. There's an awful lot. So there we go. Sithil saying, Canis lupus, your common wolf. There we go. Now, where did we get up to? So Michael is saying, is Arkalund something you would play? I don't know that one. Let's have a quick look at that one. Did I spell it right? Okay, did I do that one? Okay, yeah. Okay, A-E. There it is. Arkalund. The vast open world and crawl through dungeons in first person. It's very positive, 88%. I don't know. Let's have a look and see. I better just turn the sound off there. So open world is good. It's probably not, to be honest. It would be too time consuming to record. It looks like it's just looks like it's all curated, the actual maps themselves. It looks interesting, the actual combat itself. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just I don't think it's going to be a random map. It may be open world, but still not random. It does look cool though. So, all right. So we've got. Oh yeah, Wolfpiece is the fox. Yep. So this is Thistle. Yes. You were saying Transpile Girl looks different. I'm not sure what that one is. That would be back in the Age of Wonders stuff, I would guess. I don't know what the Transpile Girl is. Is it one of these? No idea. No idea. Anyway, so the other thing that's coming as well this week is Master of Magic. So we've got Master of Magic has got the new DLC coming as well. Actually, that's cool. People were wondering if Master of Magic was going to have a special, and there we go. We've got ourselves a very, very good special, actually, at 50% off. I'm glad I went to this because I didn't know that they were having a special. So that is cool, actually. When I saw the price, I thought, oh, that's actually a lot less than what it was just a couple of days ago. So you've got the complete bundle. Do you need the complete bundle? It's still 50% off. If you like the old games, then definitely grab that one. You do actually have a couple of the Scourge of the Seas is the one that's coming next week. In fact, it's coming in just a couple of days' time. It's not saying the actual date. It's coming in literally 3 days' time. So, and this is a really, really good edition, I've got to say. I've been having an awful lot of fun playing with this particular edition of the game. And I've played it enough to be able to then get all of the stuff, like all of the goodies, and they are extremely good. I might show it actually because, as I say, this is coming this week. And I know that because I'm doing the launch stream in a few days' time. Like in 2 days' time, I'm doing the launch stream and then following it up again on the Slytherin channel. So, so I know it's coming. I'm surprised that they haven't actually updated the date. Maybe they do have information in here. Let's just have a quick look at the community hub. The news, have they done anything in there? No, they're still just talking about the different characters and things that come with this one. I might show this one because this is like a lot of people actually don't like don't like Age of Wonders because it seems to play the same with each actual faction, and that's the one thing that really differentiates Master of Magic away from Age of Wonders. Now, I love both games, I've got to say, just as a point of distinction about that. I do really enjoy both games enormously, but I do love the differences when you do play. So Jamison saying, how is the AI in Master of Magic? It gets to a point where it's it almost like you sort of think you're doing well, and then all of a sudden you get smashed in Age of Wonders. So sorry, in Master of Magic. So is it brilliant? It's not brilliant, the AI. But it's certainly good enough. Like it's certainly better than the original. Like they did a lot of work on the AI to make it better than the original. But it's if I just go and load in one of the games that I'm playing, so I'm only up to turn 114 in the one that I was playing, which I'm going to probably keep on playing as I do the launch stream, I think. So this is probably where I'll sort of take off with it. Super Mew Kitty Cat saying tired of those turn-based or card collector games where made in Unity that plague Steam. Yeah, there are a lot of those, but there's also some good ones. Seaton saying, yeah, I might just buy Master of Magic since I'm more and more turned off of Age of Wonders 4. I think if you aren't happy with the differences in the factions with Age of Wonders 4, give Master of Magic a try. It's not as polished. Like the actual overall impact is nowhere near as polished as what it was. Now, what are we doing here? I think I was sending my forces underground. We're not at war with anyone on this particular land yet, but I'll just end a turn, and I'll just see if I can get into a battle with my actual main force. So Master of Magic is played on two different planes. You've got the Arcanist plane. Oh, this is resist magic. Merging. Allows you to move anywhere in the combat map. That's not bad. And +1 melee and ranged attack bonus. I'll buy that. Down to 25 now. Now we've got different things have been constructed. Like we do actually have some high elves in this one, but this is actually showing that I won't go into much detail with this, but this is now that is, we did build this one. Jib is actually our capital. And we're building more and more different types of units. So if I just go back into the build queue again, I can now get more of the Paragon Ghost ships and the captains. I'll just keep on getting basic units here, I think. I'll just keep that one closed out. There's lots of unique units in this particular thing. So each faction does play very uniquely. If we just go back to the move armies, this is now on the mirror plane. We're just exploring, trying to find some targets. They've fleshed out the ocean a lot with this. So these are just doing the basic scouting. This is like a massive army that we actually have with our main hero. In fact, if we go back in and have a look and see, I don't know if the helmet, yeah, the helmet will work there. So she's now got resist magic, merging, plus on melee and range attack bonus. She's extremely strong, and this is where when you do come up against enemy heroes, it can be very hard to kill them. And she's now in this category of being a super combatant. She's still got a few more levels to go through with her leveling up, but this is actually the one aspect of the game that I find they become too powerful. Like this resistance is just crazy, like 460%, which means that there's no spell that's going to get through to her. The armor as well, 10 armor is great, lots of melee. So she's pretty much something that can destroy things on her own anyway. These are all flying around in one of these ghost ships, which is a... that's the captain. Where's the ghost ship? There it is there. And so the ghost ship is carrying the whole army around. And again, there's so many things in this new faction which are really, really interesting. So the game, every unit, everything does play very, very uniquely. Now, where's the land? Just move that one across. I've got a second one following as well. It was down here with just a secondary group. But these are floating ghost ships. So the new faction has got like all of the these have got like sort of ghost type units. These are just trying to get this to get the road built. Just move that one up. But anyway, I won't play for too much with this one. But yeah, each faction, if we just go back out, I will save the game because I like what I picked up there. So I'll save where we are there. Click on OK. And quit out to the menu. And the difference between this and Age of Wonders is literally you don't have the customization in this game. So if we go to new game, I won't sort of do, there's a lot you can do with the setups, but there's also a lot you can do with the setups of Age of Wonders 4 as well. Just go continue. One of the great things with this is actually how strong and what direction you head with your leader. There's new leaders in this new group that is coming. Like some of them have got, like there's all these different abilities. If we go and create our own and just call it ChatTactic at this stage, I've got all these different things that I've got like 11 power picks that I can go and grab. And so these all enhance what you end up getting. Like if you wanted to start on the Mirren plane, it's going to cost me 2 points. So if I click on that one through there, I can then get special units that are more powerful. We've also then got to get different schools of magic as well. So there's a whole range of different stuff we can sort of do with this. There's just heaps and heaps. Let's just grab any old thing at this stage. Let's just grab some nature and chaos. Let's just go that way without really sort of picking too much. Just go across to next. You then got all these different spells choices. These have a big bearing on what actually happens in the game as well. There's the chaos ones. I won't bother picking them. When we come in, because we chose the Mirren factions, where there's 6 different races, these all play. This is actually the thing I really wanted to show, was just how different they all actually are. Like in the new one that's coming is the Scourgers, which is sort of like, as I say, sort of like a ghost group. Very, very poor production, but they're good at a lot of other things. Not super strong overall. High Men, for example, ended up being really quite strong with their Paladin units. These are very, very strong units that they end up getting. But each group, again, just plays uniquely different with the different types of unique sort of buildings of different units that they have. They do, like the Elves, for example, are very, very good with their Longbowmen. So they've got extremely good ranged attacks. So they all play, like the Halflings have got special slingers, which are also really quite powerful in the game. So but again, these play so much more thematically than in Age of Wonders 3. The Gnolls are quite strong. These have got like just wolf riders and things. These are sort of more your raiding type faction. The Barbarians are strong as well. They all just play incredibly differently. And then back over through here in the Mirren thing, you've got Dark Elves, which sort of use like special abilities to then sort of every single unit's got like a ranged type attack. Draconians can fly, which again is pretty big in the game. Dwarves can build. So they're just all uniquely different. The Trolls are very, very dumb, but what they do is they have regeneration during combat. And then the Goblins are very weak, but they have incredible ability to produce and work And so these are great to build up an empire if you then find trolls or something else to then work with them. So the goblins, if you can find a troll sitting nearby, that one really, really does work. So Seaton's saying, does Master of Magic have decent multiplayer? No, it's a single player game. And I don't mind that, like in these sort of games. If we just go back across, new game, and it really is just single player is all it really has. So I don't know if they're thinking about ever making a multiplayer version of it. Would it work well in multiplayer? I don't know. I don't know if it would. Because it is like literally player after player has their turn. So it's not as if it's not a We Go type system. So I don't know if it would work well. There is an editor there as well. So you can sort of go in and sort of start to build your own mods, which is there are some excellent mods. I'll just exit module. Sorry, I'll just go back to modules and then exit and save. There's nothing in through there, but you can actually build your own mods, and there are mods available for the game, which is great. It's a very, very good game. I did actually do a video on this Scourge of the Seas. One thing I really don't like is the user interface in the game. Like it's very cumbersome. There's a lot of issues with it in that sense. So it's nowhere near as polished as Age of Wonders 4, but then it has a much, much smaller team working on it. But in terms of the unique gameplay, the combination of wizard, spells, and race, you end up with very, very different gameplay every time you play it. So there's an enormous amount. It's one of these games which is easy to get into but very difficult to master, and particularly when you get into the mid-late game where the game starts to accelerate away from you, and that's where you then really need to find spells that will be able to sort of cope with different things. So anyway, this one's coming just in a couple of days' time, and look, at the moment I didn't realise that it was 50% off. That is a must-buy. If you don't have it, now's the time to get it. I'm surprised actually. I didn't think that it would be that cheap to get it there. That's extremely good. Yeah, just to get the base game. Even just the base game on its own is really worth it. There's not that much in terms of that's the Scourge of the Sea DLC. In terms of the DLC that you end up getting, you've really only got Rise of the Soul Trapped and Scourge of the Sea, but there's a lot of other free content that's come with the base game. So if you're unsure, grab just the base game on its own. And don't worry about the other bits and pieces, because that will then you'll know if you like it or not, and so you can always then just go back and grab the other DLCs at another time if you think that you might like them. But it's great game. I really do I do recommend this one. It's funny. It's had some really shitty reviews in the last 30 days. Which the game is like it's getting better and better. It's not getting worse and worse. Like it's actually going the up. Like so, I don't know why these are so poor. What does it rate? It normally rates about 72. Even that's low. If we have a look at the mixed reviews, let's have a look and see. Here we go. So we'll just read some of these. Now, 92 hours is a long time, and I think did we look at this one last week? I can't remember if we looked at this one last week. When I look at these negative reviews, often you find out more about whether a game is going to work for you or not when you read someone or a negative review where people have played a lot of time, and so you just figure out if it's actually for you, like if these mean much. Wait a year before giving this game an honest try to give it time for the developers to respond to player bug reports. I tested the version on December the 4th, 2023. I went in with a neutral attitude. Yeah, so this is cool. What I like, hex-based movement, trading formula with mana. Oh, this is the one, we did cover this one. This is one where I don't know if I covered it here or if I covered it when I was live streaming. And so unfortunately, this is a guy that's gone through a real lot of, he's really picked it apart. And unfortunately, he ran out of time, he ran out of space for what he was actually doing with what he disliked. So he had them all listed, all sorts of different things. Now, some of these don't really apply. But Steam forced me to cut short. I have 104 problems so far, which is absolute gold for the developers. And so I sort of wish that he could have been able to put that somewhere where they would get access to it, because these are extremely, extremely important that developers see this sort of stuff. He's very, very picky about what he's seen, but this is great. This is gold for it. But the thing I don't like is when we actually have a look and see the responses. Yeah, so this is good. So 28 minutes ago, so someone's responding saying, thanks for a detailed review that's not just an employee's or a fanboy's bootlicking, which is great. Like this is exactly why these are valuable. Most of these aren't bugs. They're suggestions for improving existing features and new features. Expecting bugs to be fixed is reasonable. Expecting features you want to be modified is not. Still should be added. Like it's not a... Like that doesn't sort of add anything to it. I wish I could read your full list. Yeah, my number one issue is that it's text based. It's funny because I thought that was such an important change. This is where you see things where people have got different ideas about stuff. Extensive lists, a lot of small details that can make the game better without drastically changing the mechanics. Kudos for all. Yeah, this is good. This is all positive. This is great. This is great. But then you get things like, I'm grateful I don't live near this person. Like I think that these sorts of reviews are so valuable. Like they're so good. Yeah, so they're being negative about the person. Yeah, I don't know. So these last three are all about just having a crack at the actual person who wrote. He spent all that time, cares enough to write all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I think that these sort of people should be applauded. You know, for putting themselves out there with this sort of stuff. So yeah, my hat goes off to these sort of negative reviews because these are important reviews. Anyway, enough of a rant. It's definitely a remastered original game, has add-ons. But anyway, so people are playing this for a length of time. For me, it's definitely a thumbs up. But sometimes you do sort of see these sorts of things. 21 hours. Again, this is enough time. Amazing potential. AO needs to be better at combat. It's true, but it's simple, and so you can game it. And in one sense, it sort of allows you to at least compete. Enemy units are almost moving randomly with no grand strategy. That's very true in combat. They are, but I don't think that they're going to change that because I think if they made it too tricky, if it was like Age of Wonders 4, it would be because that's got very good tactical battles. In this case, I think it would make Master of Magic too difficult if you had that. It needs to be better at diplomacy. Compared to Civ, this is where the game lacks the most. We run into wars without any actual reason. I don't mind about that one, to be honest. AI does not protect its border or mana resources. AI is simply too dumb to make the game competitive. I disagree with that. Like I do find I struggle. I do okay for a certain amount of time, then I start to really struggle. Watching units move around is a mess. Why don't you do it like in Civ? When your turn ends, move all. It's a WeGo system. It's not what this game is. It's a turn-based system. Ability to queue building in the dependency is right. Would be a great addition. We can sacrifice the reorder button for that. Now this is already in there. So I don't know when was this run written? This was only a week or so back. That's actually already in there. Ability to queue buildings, like if the dependency is right, would be a great addition. So this one you can actually now queue things up. You can start the build process and then unlock and keep on building along a dependency chain. So that is in the game. I don't know if that's only just come in. I think it may be part of this the preview build that I've got. I find the combat a bit weird. A strong unit can kill 1 million weak units. That takes away from the swarming strategy in StarCraft. Yeah, this is true. This is where this is where I do start to rage quit a bit when you actually come up against one unit that can wipe out everything. And this is what I mean about the heroes. The heroes are just a bit too strong. A comparison among Wizard would be nice. Again, diplomacy sucks in general. They do actually have that one. So I don't think that this is actually all that valuable with what's been written here in terms of what's there, because a lot of the stuff is actually in the game. Anyway, again, we've got so this is again like you sort of read these sort of negative reviews and sort of see what's there, but it's I've got to say that there is some amazing stuff in the community hub as well. I will just highlight one of these and just give a shout out. In the workshop, if we just do it by most popular, Mythical Realms. This is almost like a whole other DLC with what it does bring in. It's not working at the moment with my version of the game, with the preview version that I've got, but that will be fixed and running for the new Soul Traps changes as well, I would imagine. But this is incredible what this one does bring in. An incredible addition with new factions, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, really, really well done. Really well done. So Zeth the Nairo is the modder. So there's some good stuff in there as well. Anyway, that's coming this week. So keep an eye open for that. Now we are running out of time. We've done Next Fest. We've had a look through. I must say I'm impressed with Homeworld 3. That really does look good. I'm going to have to get hold of that one. Now where are we up to? Any idea on when Xenonauts 2 is getting a full release? Seems like they are taking their time with that one. Yes, it's slow. That's always going to be slow. They've brought in another update this week. In fact, if we go across, I'll just open up my my actual Steam version. And just go back into the library. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a quick look through these. Yeah, Hydroponic Hell major update. This is in USC Counterforce. So I do mean to play that again. That's pretty cool. Legendary Hoplite. I do want to try that as well. Last Train Home. I haven't tried that either. Craft the World. Mechabellum. Update the rules behind free unit cards. This is the first Balance patch after the launch of 3 experimental features. Okay, I have to try that one as well. Final factory update. I won't worry about that one. Dominion 6. It got out 6.04. God, that's a good game. Just a bit of a summary. We've just spoken about Master of Magic. Gal Civ. So they keep on adding into different things where they've been improving each of the actual factions, making them even more unique. And so we've now got the Arceans, as they've also now had a bit of an update. So again, Gal Civ 4, play that game as well. That's an awesome game. Now this one's coming February 27, so I should hopefully have that in a week or two to be able to then start to do some content. The ISG has got the new terrains pack, which sort of does give more biomes for the different planets. Again, that's another game I've got to play a bit more of. Xenonauts 2, there we go. Milestone 3 inbound. This is this week, plus details on the engine and AI upgrades. So so this one came out a couple of days ago. So Milestone 3, the biggest piece of news is that Milestone 3 is out on our experimental branches for testing, with the goal of releasing the final version of Milestone 3 into the default Steam GOG Epic branches on February the 19th, so a couple of weeks away. There's an extensive changelog for Milestone 3, which we'll post when the update is out, though. So this is actually pretty cool. So there we go. Someone's actually supported me on Ko-fi.com. Thanks for that. Yeah, so we can sort of test it in through there. So Unity, load times and borderless full screen, AI upgrades. I like that they're sort of diverting away from their roadmap. This is the experimental version. Added new research artwork for the Gemini Interceptor. So I think we covered this before, didn't we? Fixed an AI hang. Yep, that's just fixed an issue with abduction. So we looked at the what was coming, because what is coming is the cruisers. So we're getting deeper and deeper into the story. It's not finished at all, but it's on the way. Just go back down to Xenonauts 2. Yeah, so I'm using the experimental. So this one can be updated at this stage, and that will then be the that's about 1 gigabytes worth of content coming through. Yeah, added research for the Fusion project. Cleaner reinforcements will now act more aggressively on most maps and move quickly towards your dropship extraction area. Your soldiers can rescue this. Yeah, so they're just improving. Number of new maps. These are meant to be enabled in Milestone 3, but were a minor error. The settings have now been corrected. Fix the character conversions. So this is actually a release candidate. It's actually not the full one. Milestone 3. Yeah, we just had a look at that one through there. This is 3.03, 3.02, 3.01. Yeah, so this has got the cruiser UFOs, the fusion weapons. So it's getting closer and closer, but it's still a long way off getting it until it's complete. but they're really adding a lot to it. Like, this is an enormous amount that they're actually sort of that they're doing. So, yeah, even though it's not the final version of the game, they're just moving towards it. So I think I think they're doing a great job of this. And so that's Xenonauts. What did we get up to? Yeah, so Redigar saying they updated the AI since the 90s but forgot the interface. The interface is a problem with Master of Magic. I hope that they do address that at some point. Sizzle's saying the interface stays pretty close to the original, which is not a benefit for modern players. Yeah, exactly. That doesn't need to be true. That one doesn't have to be true to the original. I mean, it is better than the original, but but there are certainly a lot of things they could do. Just skimming past a lot of these, actually. Yeah, Redigar saying, I still play Dominions, but I don't think the Master Magic interface will stop me. Just grabbed it with the sale. It's not actually the user interface, it's the user experience is the problem. And look, I did put up a video and got a lot of flack back from other people a lot of fanboys attacking me. But I do think that games, there should be better quality of life changes in games. And there's a lot of games like that really fail in this regard. Distant Worlds 2 is another one. I love it. But it fails in terms of its borders and colours. Master of Magic fails in terms of its ability to the quality of life of being able to start new games easily. Things like that. There's just little things, or not just little things, but there's things that really should be better in 2024 than that. It's just not good enough when you've got something that is competing against very, very polished games, and then you've got like these user experience issues that make it less fun to play because of it. Now, Bob Rupert saying, your old YouTube videos irretrievably lost. I finally get around to Planetfall and Horror. They've got so they've gone on Walkabout. It's because I got hacked. I've got to bring them back. It's just time consuming, and I just haven't got to them all yet. I've done a fair few years worth of videos, but I've still got to go all the way back. I've got like thousands of them, so it's a massive job to. I've got to go through every single video and basically republish them, which is painful. Eddie Ballgame saying late to the party, have you seen Karinga, Seeds of Civilization? No, we haven't seen that one. I'll just close that one down. Let's go back into here. Karinga. Oh, Kanga. Okay, when did this one come out? 2022. No, it's probably a bit old for us to look at today, so unless it's only just come out recently. There's a demo there. Oh, I did see this actually when it was being released. But no, we haven't. I better keep on rolling forward with this, with what we're doing. So I'll leave that one through there. Yep. So Sizzle's saying your good AI is reasonable to have. Just make a setting. Personally, I'd rather play against smart AI than one that cheats. But I think you should have levels of both. Yeah, I agree. Goes to show. Saying I had asked about a discount. So definitely happy to see it. I got it another 10% off due to owning Thea 2. Oh, that's cool. Which they bundled with it. That's great. And Zim is saying that Dominions is like Civ for value. If you like it, you spend 100 plus hours. Incredible value for money spent. If you like that kind of game, that is. Yes, that's very true as well. Dominions, the replayability in Dominions is through the ceiling as well, with just over 100 different factions that you can play, and they all do play quite uniquely. So Bob Rupert saying, yeah, we're looking forward to that. So going to have to bow out for tonight, chaps, says Sorbicol. Save a marble for you. Okay, we'll pop you into the marble run. I think we'll do the marble run now, actually. We've gone over the 2-hour mark. I do like to try to do this in about an hour and a half, so we've certainly gone beyond where we want it to be. Let's do marble run. So I'll just get it ready. Just open up Sublime Text. Need to get rid of, there's our marble names. Our Sorbicol, is he there? There he is. silver collar at the top. So what I'll get you guys to do is I'll just go and load in good old Nightbot, and we'll log in. And again, don't have any actual nothing to give away today. You can download a free demo of Homeworld 3. Where are giveaways? Keyword. So it'll just be win again. So just type win in the so we're saying quick comment. Thanks for all the great content, Daz. Thanks for that one. Very much appreciated. Yeah, just type in win in the keywords, and then I'll then get the list in from here. So to be in the marble run, so that will be cool. In the meantime, I'll just get it all set up and started. And marbles on stream. It was a pretty close game last time, which was cool. It's thinking. Here it comes. And race. Grand Prix. We're going to be going against bots. Race settings. Names, clear the current list. So just keep on typing win in, guys, and then I'll then sort of get it started. How many have we got? 20, only 20. Okay, that's not very many. So just type win. There we go, 21. I'll just let it go for a bit longer. I'll just go and get myself a glass of water and be right back. While I wait for you guys to type the words in, I've been playing Distant Worlds 2 on Twitch this week, which has been a lot of fun. Actually, I've had a lot of fun with it. And just before I came here, actually, I was just playing for another couple of hours, and we ended up being able to take one of the planets, which had given us a bit of a problem. We sort of weren't able to take it the session before, but we finally took it in this last session, which is such a interesting game. Just again, how it sort of ends up being quite a long and involved sort of way of where you don't really know what's going to happen in the galaxy around you. It's a very, very cool game. Right, how many have we got now? We've got 24, so not too many. Anyway, that'll do us. We'll start there. Just grab these. Copy. And Control C. Edit. Actually, that's all there. We'll just replace all. Now, who else have we got? We've got Victor and Michael. So we already had Michael. And Victor we have as well. Yep, we've already got those. Okay, that's all fine. So 25 is what we have. I might as well put myself in here as well. So no one else has come into it. We've got everything in there. Yep, I think we're done. All right, we'll close it off there. Just go save. Go back into this side. And open. So 26, finish. All right, we're going to be playing 4 random maps for the quick GP. Okay, so we'll just get into it. Now, Kiffin, are you in it? Are you in the list? Did you put yourself in there? I don't think you did. So I'll just put in Kiffin as well. There we are. So again, we're not actually nothing to do through here. We'll just finish that one off. That's 27 now. Okay, good luck, guys. Here we go. We're going to start the quick GP. We had some good maps last time. That was really, really cool. In we go. So good luck. This one is Castle Siege. This could be, I think we could end up with people being lost all over the place in here. I think this will be a... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go and change the numbers again. No, I won't do it. We'll just have to go with the current list. Oh, Bilko straight through to the bottom here. But Jemison is the first one out. Dave Flute, Castle Siege coming through. This is going to be difficult. There's going to be people dropping off here, left, right, and centre. Jemison, Dave Flute. Whoa, there we go. So it's certainly being attacked, and no one's fallen off yet. No one's fallen off. Dave's out in front. Let's have a bit of a look from the top here. Who's Dave? He's miles out in front. Wow. Let's just zoom out to where he is. God, he's just straight through. He's straight through. And he's missed. He was too fast. He was too fast. Here comes Ulrich. Ulrich is he going to make it? No, he's not going to make it. Radigar is now coming in first. So Dave is going too fast. I think Radigar is as well. You want to be slowing down a bit. You want to be slowing down on this run. Yeah, that's better. That's more... Oh, no. Radigar is gone. So he's gone. I'm coming second now, so this is me. Will we make it? There goes Flackhawk just coming behind me. Taking the lead. And watch Flackhawk. Oh, Flackhawk's gone backwards. I'm still making it through. Will we make it? Will we make it? Yep, big hit and then hit that particular barrel. Where's John Hall? Coming up now. Yep, I've gone backwards. John's out in front. Let's go back and follow John now. Nope, he's gone backwards. Darkfold Games is the one out in front. Yeah, he's through. He's through. No, he's not through. There we go. Tiny Mutant Squid now is the leader. Potential leader. God, it's hard getting through here. There we go. You don't want to be accelerating too much. Now Bilko coming second. Oh, this is going to be too much for the end here as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes. Okay. Tiny Mutant Squid, first one in. Second one is Urasok, and so Tiny Mutant Squid is finished. Now is Urasok going to make it cleanly? Because this is all the points. These are all the important points. The first 9 through get points. Oh, he's slowed down, but he's a long way out in front of the others. Okay, it looks like we've got Charank coming in next. Charank is catching up, but Urasok should be okay. Yep, Urasok coming in second. Here they all come. Let's see then, Bilko coming in 7th. Whoa, there goes Bilko. He just got exploded. He's not safe. Everyone else is now dying. Yeah, we've got our points now. So Ulrich was the last one. Everyone else has been killed. So Tiny Mutant Squid in through there. We'll just press and see the final results. So congratulations. There's only 10 finishes actually in that whole race. So well done indeed. That was a pretty cool finish there actually. So if we have a quick look at the sort of the results, we look at the Grand Prix. So that's the 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we've got the extra points in through there. Let's go and cross and do the next race. The next one is on thin ice. Because of saying I don't think I've ever survived that course. That's a hard one, that one. Rentrus is saying I've forgotten I'd pause at one point and was like 7 minutes behind live. So did you miss out? Are you not in this one? Let's just go and start the race. Who's going to finish this one? Mad Hat Raven Desk, the first one out. But Dave Flute has now taken the lead. Got Sorbical. We'll see what happens when we hit this little area through here. It's Dave, followed by Sithel, Flackhawk, Sorbical. There's a whole lot of him. Bilko. Watch this next little area. So it looks like Dave's still out in front. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Sithel's there now. Flackhawk, Mad Hat Raven Desk. No one's fallen off. This could be a bit dangerous for some of you. Everyone's making it through there. Someone down the bottom. No one's actually made it to the top, so that everyone's just down the bottom area through here. Yeah, so Mad Hat is the first one through by the looks of things. Yeah, no one made it through the quick way. So Mad Hat's the first one into the loop with Ulrich, Bibicus, Urasok, Tiny Mutant Squid, Dave Flute, Jamison. Who's going to be the first one out of here? Bubicus is the first one by Sorbicol, and then Mad Hat Raven Desk. There we go. So we're getting our finish in through there. I came in fourth. Tiny Mutant Squid, Jamison, Darkfold Games, Ulrich, Charenk, and then Urasok doesn't get any points. Just wait for the others to come. So here comes ZXM in the last place. Flackhawk, next one out. So Eddie Ballgame, he's coming in as well. And Sticky Wicket, Antonio, CB, Kiffin, and then Gyrox. Gyrox is the last place. There we are. So Bubicus is the winner of that one. That's cool. So there's our leaderboard. Now we've got, this is actually the results. If we just go back to the Grand Prix. So we've got 15 with Tiny Mutant Squid. We've got 12 with Sorbicol, 10 with Bubicus, 8, 7, a few on 7 in through there. 15 is a fair way out in front with what we're doing. So Tiny Mutant Squid doing well in this instance. So let's go to the next map. 2 more to go. Laboratory. See how we go. And start the race. Ooh, Silvercol. Straight through. Straight through. And Bilko as well. Let's wait and see what happens when they come out the bottom here. Bilko, Silvercol, we've got a ghost one in there as well. Seaton. Actually, Seaton looks like he's going to be the first one through. There we go. Coming first. Day Flute, Radigar. Going back up. No one's fallen off at all. I don't think there's anything too dangerous in here just yet. Seaton coming through. Yeah, everyone's safe. It's just going to slow people down. It's not going to. Okay, Dave has now hit the lead. He's going to be the first one out. I do like the ones where players end up, or the marbles end up sort of having a risk of being killed off. I do enjoy that. Enjoy the carnage. Come see. Oh, Bilko! Oh, Bubo almost managed to jump onto the top. I think it hit the glass. Seaton's all the way through. This is a very, very cool finishing through here. The others aren't making it through very easily. So the glass is protecting people from flying off, but they can fly off from the top. Now Seaton. Straight through! Wow, what a finish. Miles out in front. Miles out in front. Here comes Dave. He's got caught up. Bubicus, Sorbicol. Who's going to be the first one? Looks like Bubicus, maybe. Nope. He's been caught back again. Dave is. Here they all come. We've got Gyrox, John Hole. There's our top 3. Here comes Bilko. And Tiny Mutant Squid is gone. Now that's actually good for everyone else because Tiny Mutant Squid was leading the leaders board. So that brings that means he doesn't get any points for this particular run. I should actually change. Oh, look at Antonio. He's having a torrid time at the back here. Terrible time of it. But now he's done. He's through. Oops, he's going to get gobbled up by the fight by the fire. Here comes Kiffin. He's going to make it. Sorbicol is not going to make it. There we go. So Seaton is the winner of the third race. We've got one more to go. Let's have a look at the placings. Now, Tiny Mutant Squid is still out in front with 15. We've got Seaton there with 15 as well now. So 5 plus now the 10 that they got. 14 with Bubicus. So this is a very close race. And Sorbicol there with 12. We also have another 12 there with Sticky Wicket. And then we've got 9 down through here. So we've got Tiny Mutant Squid, Seaton, Bubicus, Sorbicol, and Sticky Wicket can all pretty much win this race. So this is a fairly tight finish, guys. Fairly tight finish, but mainly it's going to be between these top 3. So Tiny Mutant Squid, Seaton, and Bubicus. We'll look out for those 3. I won't be able to remember all the other names. Let's go to the last map. Here we go. So Gurgis Splash-tastic Adventure, I think it was, which sounds ominous. Oh, this looks pretty cool. We'll start the race. In we go. Now, I thought there may be a bit of carnage here. So Dave is out in front. Yeah, everyone's going down different ways. God, this is going to be hard to... we have to wait till we get to the bottom here before we can figure out what's going on. God, this is intricate, this one. Now, so here comes Sticky Wicket. Looks like he's a fair way out. In front of the other one. Sorbicol there as well. They were both in the leaders board. And we've got Bubo. Excuse me. Actually, this one here looks like the purples. So Michael's out in front there. Dave Flute, Charank, Jamison. Bubicus is one of the leaders that we had. It's a pretty cool one, actually. Flak Hawk. Oh, Antonio, the first one into the water and straight through. Radigar. Is everyone in the water? No, Urusok is still a little way behind. Here we go. CB, the first one into the next pool. Oh, that's the finish. Is it? Yeah. Okay, CB's finished the finish line. Actually, Tiny Mutant Squid. There we go. That's the winner of the whole kit and caboodle. He came in third, which is enough to secure victory above the others. So well done, Tiny Mutant Squid. That is going to be the end of it. So they're all now popping. What a cool map this is. Here comes Charank. Still got a couple more at the back end here. Trying to get through. Here comes the Flames. I don't know if Antonio's going to make it. He's caught at the back there. Urusok may make it. No, he won't. Yes, he might, actually. Here goes Antonio. And Urusok, will you get across the finish line? Yes, you will. There we go. So CB was the winner. So congratulations. I don't think you were close enough to be able to do anything else with that one. But if we have a quick look, so that's going to be that's the finish line. But Tiny Mutant Squid will get the extra points there. So if we go across to the Grand Prix scores, so we've now got a big finish there, and the others really, the second, third, fourth, didn't really get in with any extra points with that one at all. So Tiny Mutant Squid, a massive win ultimately. We do have clear winners though, so for first, second and third. Let's finish the Grand Prix. So saying Daz Marble is broken again. I did not win, yes. All right, so Bubicus coming in third. So Seaton coming in second, and then Tiny Mutant Squid miles out in front. So the massive, massive win there at the end to secure the victory. So congratulations, Tony Mutant Squid, on the bragging rights for the week. And so there we go, 22 points in total. Seaton with 15, Bubicus with 14. It's cool stuff, actually. So did anyone... Yeah, a few people didn't get any... Oh, there we go. So we've got... who always doesn't get points? Is it Sithel? It never gets a point. A few of you got no points. So anyway, there's a few down at the very, very bottom there, which didn't do very well. Anyway, guys, I will actually leave it there. So thanks for watching. Sticky Week, so nice stream day. See you later. Yeah, thanks, guys. But yeah, it looks like there's some good demos to pick up. I'll certainly start to download a few now. I will actually, and I will follow up on Moonbreaker. That does look a pretty cool game. So I'll catch you next week. Otherwise, I'll catch you on my live streams. I will be probably doing a few more live streams with... I've been playing Dwarf Fortress here on a little bit. I will analyse to see if it's getting the viewership. If it's not getting the viewership, I'll stop doing the live streams of that one. But that's been pretty good fun. And also, as I say, on Twitch, I've been streaming some Distant Worlds too, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next week. I hope you have a great week.